So I propose to start. I think people still will join us during this event. And as you see, we have a recording. So in case somebody will miss or come and join us a little bit later, there is a chance to see the recording and we will share it with all participants who registered. So I propose to start. Thank you for joining us for our presentation today. My name is Anastasia Dyakova. I'm founder and CEO of leading NGO on children online safety in Ukraine, Stop Sexting, that was awarded Excellence in Global Online Protection last week in London. It's a really big pleasure and honor for us. Thank you so much for the whole world community of children online safety. Today we have a really intense program. So what pieces we will have? We will start from brief introduction of children's online reality in Ukraine in wartime. Then we will follow principal information about our organization for those of you who works with us for the first time. We have such participants today with us as well. It will follow by important announcement about our organization, really happy changes. We hope that you will join us in some small celebration. Then we will finally present you research that we conducted last year in the end of the year. So we will share data with you. And this piece will be followed by data about new emergency online risks for children in Ukraine. We will give you more details and official data from Attorney General and police as well in Ukraine. And in the end, we will have time for your all questions and few additional announcements. So in case you have some questions, please keep it with you, because in the end we will have a separate time where we can answer all your questions. All our team will be with you and our research team as well. During the event, you as well have a chance to support our work and child protection in Ukraine by donation. All information you can find in the chat. So our team, I really ask to share more information. So thank you so much for your support, being our partner, being our inspiration, and being organizations and people with who we can protect children together. So let's begin from our first part about reality of children in online world in Ukraine. We want to thank, first of all, Crown Agent Ukraine and the State Service of Education Quality of Ukraine for support in this national research conduction that we will present today. The project was initiated by our team Stop Sexting with intense field work of our partners ProInsight Lab Agency, who will present data today. For the last 9 years, our team have been working daily to ensure that Ukrainian children are safe online and, above all, protected from online sexual abuse and exploitation. But you can only change what you can measure. So we regularly conduct national research on children online safety together with our trusted partners for years already, ProInsight Lab. Olga Ovchar, head of the agency, will tell you later more about the methodology, goals, and results of our latest research. And in the end of the event, in case you have some additional questions, you can raise these questions as well to Olga or to our team. Together with this, I would like to draw attention to the fact that, especially in wartime, children spend more and more time in online world, and we will see it in our data in research. At a time when a large number of social contacts are broken, children look for new friends in online reality. In times of parents and educators' fatigue and exhaustion, children seek support online, but often find even more threats, and as abusers and Russia Federal Security Services use these dark times against our children. And our team will tell more about these new risks today. Moreover, during an air alarm and being in bomb shelter, children try to escape from the violent reality and dive into the online world. For example, last weekend, for 3 nights, Russia bombed our capital, Kyiv, and 23,000 people tried to escape in metro from these really challenging nights, and a lot of children were there as well. That's why, unfortunately, the war did not eliminate online risks for children, but made our children even more vulnerable to previously exhausting risks such as cyberbullying, viewing of dangerous content, sexual violence, but also create new threats, such as forcing of children by our enemies to commit different kind of crimes. The newest risk that our team is very actively working on this year, together with the Attorney General Office and Security Service of Ukraine. Our team will give you more information in the second part of the event. Moreover, reviewing the registration list that was long enough to our event, we understood that it will be the first contact with our organization for some of you. So we decided to add a few slides about our organization. So you will know background and why we initiated this research. And at this point, I want to pass to our incredible operational director, who I'm really proud of, Irina Pushik, to present this information about our organization. So Irina, floor is yours.
Good evening, everyone. I'm really happy to see all of you today with us and to share this event with us. And I'm really proud to share all the results our organization did through all of this path. And what started in 2018 a small initiative right now grow into really great results and great work of our team. Since 2018, we really growed a lot, and we have four main departments that we are working with. The first one is educational campaigns that we are working ongoingly, and so far we educated more than 900,000 children, parents, educators, psychologists, law enforcement, social workers, and created more than 68 educational programs. The next element of our work is support for survivors. We have several helplines and portals that we are hosting, namely, together with the Government Contact Center, we established special consultation line that specialized on online safety of children and provide consultation to children and their parents. Based on our website, we have a psychological consultation line where our psychologists provide direct support to victims and survivors. And we also have two chatbots, one for parents and another one for children. And we are currently updating it, and soon we will present it also to you, where they can find useful information and basic guidelines, what they should do if they get into their online risks. And we also, together with our partners, Internet Watch Foundation from UK and our partner from US, NICMAC, we host two of their portals on our website. One of them is for removing child sexual abuse materials, and anyone can report if they see such materials. And another one helps children to stop spreading these materials. We also have ongoing informational campaign, and through our social media, we already reached over 100 million people. We always look for creative solutions to engage with children and parents. And for example, for parents in 2023, we created a podcast together with Disney. We also have a special book for children, Happy, and have a cartoon based on this book. We create a first in the world VR quest where you can experience what does a child experience when he or she is sexually abused online. And the last element is research and advocacy. We already have conducted 3 national research. 2 of them were about children's experience on sexual abuse and exploitation online, and we will today present you the result of our second research. And we also do a lot of advocacy work, and in 2021, we successfully advocated in Ukraine criminalization of online grooming and watching and possession of child sexual abuse materials. We won't be able to do all of this job without our partners. On government level, business, Ukrainian non-governmental organization, international partners, and only with the support of all of these people, we were able to achieve what we have achieved so far. And we plan to achieve much more, and we hope that all of you who just came to us and just learned about our organization, that we would be able to partner and do more towards protecting children from online risks. And I pass back to Anastasia.
Thank you so much, Irina. Thank you so much for the presentation.
Oh.
Could you mute, please? Yeah. Oh, you want to add something, no? Okay. Okay, I will follow. Thank you. As you can see, in 2017, we started with the idea to protect every child from online sexual abuse and exploitation in Ukraine. But now parents and children, government and non-governmental organizations and media in Ukraine and even abroad are turning to us for help with all online risks for children in Ukraine. So this year, we realized that we have to adapt our name to wide range of risks we work with. So it's our celebration and the small announcement that Stop Sexting started the initiation of renaming and rebranding. And that's why today I'm happy to announce our new name, Dignity Online, or Dignity On for short version. That means dignity on the internet, or status dignity on, like a turn on. Because this is exactly the kind of online experience that every one of our children and adults in Ukraine, online users, deserve. And this is what we and our team are working on every day. So a little bit celebration and congratulations to the whole our team. And we are very grateful to Anatoly Popel, the founder and CEO of the Super App Cases and Creative Practice, the Creative Practice team and League Design Agency for their help in implementing this idea. So thank you so much. Thank you, Darcy, for congratulations. So now it's time to finally move to the research. Why everyone come today? And the national research presentation, for the first time, the results were presented in Ukraine offline in the beginning of March at our offline event where we discussed the state needed reaction to these new threats and new statistics and risks. Representative of the Attorney General Office, Juvenile Police, State Service of Education Quality, and the Ministry of Digital Transformation highlighted the importance of state active involvement in the children's online safety issues. And daily we work with all of them to formulate and empower national system to protect children from different online risks, especially sexual abuse and exploitation. On Monday, I had a meeting with our juvenile police, today with National Social Services, and last week with cyber police. So we are daily in contact, and our mission and idea is to empower every element of the national system, start from prevention to detection, investigation, and providing support to survivors and victims and their families. So thanks to your support, we can do this. And we can guarantee that every child can have a support in Ukraine in cases of online abuse. So please welcome Olga Ovchar, head of the agency Pro Inside Lab. Olga, really big thank for all your team. I know that it was really big work. So it will be great to know more about how you collected the data and what results we have. So Olga, floor is yours. Please welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Anastasia, and thanks for all your team for invitation, for your kind presentation of our team. And let me tell you about the results of our research in more details. Please, the next slide. I will tell you about research methodology and objectives. The research was aimed to examine the experience of online sexual abuse and exploitation among Ukrainian children of middle and high school age. We meant the children between 10 and 17 years old. We used online survey, and the sample collected is representative of the Ukrainian school-age child population of middle and high school in terms of age, gender, type of settlement, and region. Of course, given the situation of the war, we should exclude some regions from our research, and we didn't include the territory which are now temporarily occupied. So we didn't take, for example, Crimea, the Autonomous Republic of Crimea, and also we didn't include Donetsk, Lugansk, Kherson, and Zaporizhia regions. Given the sensitivity of the research, also we invited the ethical review of the research materials, and this ethical review was conducted by a group of experts. We collected a representative sample, as I told before, and our number of respondents was 1,799. The next, please. First of all, we examined the daily internet usage, and also I forgot to say that it was actually the second research conducted for this topic, and the first one was conducted in 2020, and we had a possibility to compare some results between 2020 and 2024. And talking about daily internet usage, as Anastasia said before, we really could see that the daily usage of internet increased significantly in 2024. For example, the percent of children who use internet more than 3 hours increased significantly, as you may see. Also, we can see that daily time spent on internet for learning increased as well. This happened primarily because of the war situation, and we know that in many regions with unsafe situation, the children mostly they are studying online and they have no possibility to study offline. The next, please. Talking about use of different applications and websites, you may see that the top 5 of applications are YouTube, Telegram, TikTok, Viber, and Instagram. Almost 33% of children have private account, but also almost the same number of children have a public account, so everyone could see their information. Also, we examined children reactions to friend request, and you may see that almost 9% of children accept all requests. The next, please. The next, what we studied was experience with disturbing content. What we meant by disturbing content, it's content about the war in terms of weapons or destruction. Also, it was content about the war in terms of violence or cruelty, and also it was content with self-harm. And you may see that the most popular content is content about the war in terms of weapons and destruction. And more than 30% of children see this content on daily basis. The first exposure to violent content for more than 60% of children happened unexpectedly for them. Yeah, the next, please. And also we may see that in almost 81% of cases, the first encounter with violent content happened in social networks. Children's emotional reactions to violent content, in most cases, children reacted with anxiety, fear, anger, rage, disgust, or irritation. But also, we analyzed some gender differences, and we can say that among boys, there are more those who feel interest, excitement, or admiration, and also those who do not feel any emotions at all. For girls, more typically was to feel irritation, fear, and anxiety. Also, we examined the experience of encountering sexual content. What we meant by sexual content, we meant photos or videos with naked, intimate part of body and or sexual acts of people. And we may see that almost 40% of children have seen sexual contact with content with strangers at least several times a year. And 30% have seen sexual content with people they know. What's next? We listed in our questionnaire, we listed several situations which could happen to children, the situations of online sexual abuse, or at least some risks of online sexual abuse on the internet. And you may see this situation on the slide. we found out that there were five most typical situations for our respondents, and it was situations like they were asked questions with sexual undertone, they met in person with someone previously known only online, they received photos or videos of a naked body. They was asked to send photos or videos of their naked body, or they talked about sex with a stranger online. But also analyzing gender differences, we saw that previous slide, please. Yeah, we saw that the first four situation was more likely to happen with girls. And only the fifth situation talked about sex with a stranger online. This situation was happened equally often to boys and girls. Yes, please go on. We compared the frequency of these situations between 2020 and 2024, and we may see that some situations happen to children less often compared to 2020, but one situation has very big increase, and this situation is that children met in person with someone previously known only online. And we may see that frequency of this situation increased from 7 to 18%. What did they do when this situation happened to them? Only 40% told someone about this situation, and 60% didn't tell. And also we may see some gender differences that boys more often don't tell about these situations comparing to girls. And also we found out some strategies when our teenagers faced this situation of sexual abuse or exploitation. What did they do actually? We may see that almost half of them blocked the person. Almost 90% discuss it with friends, and quite small percent, about 14%, told adults or reported to support services or continued communication but didn't agree with some disturbing offers of these people. But also we may see very disturbing figures that almost 30% did nothing with it. Also, we examined the experience of usage artificial intelligence-based applications. And we can see from this chart that almost half of our respondents of teenagers use artificially intelligence-based applications on a regular basis. And also we may see, you cannot see it on the slide, but we investigated that age group between 14 and 17 years old uses artificial intelligence much more often than age group from 10 to 13 years old. Our goal was to investigate whether a teenager experience using AI-generated sexual content depicting a child against her. And we may see that more than 3% of our respondents really have this experience. Someone used AI-generated materials against them. And also we may see quite also disturbing figure that almost 5% of children from 14 to 17. So we may see that between age group 10-13 and 14-17, the difference is almost twice. Okay, and what was the purpose of usage this AI-generated sexual content? The most often purpose was the purpose of shaming. And also we may if we analyze the gender differences, we may see that this purpose of shaming is more likely to use against the girls than the boys. The second reason was demanding money, and this reason was more likely used against boys, actually. And almost 25% was demanding to meet in person and perform some unpleasant actions to the child. Who was this abuser? Almost in half cases, it was a stranger, so absolutely unknown person. But unfortunately, in half cases, it was acquaintance outside the internet. So it could be a person who they know in person, actually. And in almost half cases, it was their peer. So it was another teenager. And what did they do? When they faced this situation of usage AI-generated content against them, 60% blocked the person, almost 30% discussed with friend. And in this case, we can see more teenagers who reported this situation to adults, and it is about 27%. And again, unfortunately, 20%, more than 20% did nothing with it. And this is all information that I was aiming to share with you. Thank you for your kind attention, and please ask your questions in the end.
Ira, are you with us? I think this is your part about new emerging trends.
Yes, I'm here. I'm very great. It's very great to see you here with us today. And I'm Ira. I'm a partnership manager within the organization, and I will tell you a little bit more about new emergency online risks for children in Ukraine that you've already maybe heard about or saw in the news. So we haven't gotten that into our research, but it's a very emergency and urgent risk that we need to talk about. So please, the next slide. The most emergent risk that we have is the recruitment of children. And maybe some of you heard a very terrible story that we had in Ukraine. The first one that was really terrifying, and actually, as for me, was a very horrible combination of a couple of online risks. It was a story of a 14-year-old girl from Ternopil. She was recruited by a Russian agent and forced to commit a terrorist attack in Ternopil. But the reason was that the enemy blackmailed the girl with her candid photos. The enemy noticed just that girl was looking for a quick money. He tried to hack her phone, and there he found her photos, and that's how he blackmailed her and threatened her to share these photos. And as a result, she was manipulated to work for the enemy and got the instructions how to make an explosive device that she had to hid in her backpack and left under a car parked next to the police administration building. Fortunately, police reacted very fast and nothing bad happened. But as we can see, it's not just a situation that we have as a bad result, but the mental state of children, it is very crucial, and we need to pay attention to that. On the next slide, you can see that the stories that were very much worse than the previous one, because the two boys were injured, and also not only them, but passers-by who were at the street were also injured. It is a story of two teenagers aged 15 and 17, and they were also manipulated to make a series of terrorist attacks. They just haven't understood how that works and what was the payment for. They also had to make an explosive device and place it in a designated location. For that, they were promised financial compensation for the task. And while transporting the explosives to the target site, one of the devices detonated. And as a result, one teen was killed and the other was seriously injured. Moments later, another device exploded in the rented apartment that they were conducting the explosives. And the blast injured two bystanders, Amanda, the woman, who were nearby at the time. Both were hospitalized. Fortunately, they are alive, and now they are rehabilitating from the crimes that were conducted. But that's just two stories that we heard all over the news, and probably all of the Ukrainians know these stories. But as we are talking, and we have a partnership with the Office of Prosecutor General, and they are shared their statistic and their stories. And just since the beginning of 2025, it's half a year, there were twice as many crimes as in 2024 for the whole year. So we understand that the demand is growing very, very big. And in the next slide, you can see the statistics better. Sorry, there was something, I think that we lost that slide somewhere in our design, but I've already told you that the problem is growing very, very big. And together with recruitment of children, we have a very bad mental state of children. As Olha mentioned, in the research, we noticed a lot of anxiety, a lot of horror in teenage and childhood emotions. So we understand that that's one of the reasons why they are being recruited. So we need to pay more attention to that need. For that, we launched an informational campaign that Anastasia talked in the beginning, and you can still donate to that campaign in order to support our urgent and emergency cause, and hope that the problem will decrease soon, and such crimes would be diminished. So that's all for the emergent risks that I wanted to talk to you about, and I pass my word to Anastasia and Irina for the Q&A session.
Thank you so much, Olga. Thank you so much, Irina, for your presentation. So let's see whether we have some additional questions today. Yeah, link to report. We have a question. Yeah, Irina, in case we already, maybe Irina can communicate about this more organizational question about link to the report. And as well, one question to Olga in chat. So I please first ask Irina to answer about sharing links to the report, and then Olga have a time to read the question and then answer the question. And their colleagues, in case you have some additional questions, please raise it in the chat in English or in Ukrainian. We will translate it in English if it will be needed. So we will be able to answer. So Irina and then Olga. Thank you.
Yes, we will be sharing with you the link to the full report and also the key findings that Olga already shared with you. After the presentation, we will send the email to everyone who registered. So if by any chance you didn't register or something happened with your email, please let us know. We will send you right now the email of our organization where you can communicate with us, and our assistant will share all the information with you. But right after the presentation, we will share everything. And I pass to Olga for the answer.
Yeah, I read your question about the boys and this disturbing data. And maybe I will ask my colleague from Dignity Online to answer this question, because it is about not about the data, but actually for some activities which could be done for boys to seek support and to find this support. Maybe you know something about that.
Yeah, I think here we can talk more about stigma as globally we can talk about this more. because first of all, in Ukrainian culture, boys are grown up by the way you have to handle all your problems alone. You don't have to cry and all the stuff. And moreover, when we see such cases of sexual abuse with girls, usually society is more open to support and see girls as victims. But when it's boys, we often can, in some cases, hear that, oh, just like no worries. It's like just photos, nothing more, and something like this. So I think there are two elements. First of them is culture of how children are grown up. And right now in Ukraine, it's a big movement to change this. So boys will have as well opportunity to have emotions and show their emotions and follow their life wishes. But moreover, it's a work as well with stigma in society of how different kind of cases from different gender are worked with in these cases. Maybe colleagues, if you want to add something to my two points, you are welcome. But if not, okay. Okay. It looks like for this moment we don't have any more questions, so I will pass to Irina. But in case some additional questions will come to your mind, please write it in the chat. So in the end, you will have a few minutes more to answer questions. So you will have second interaction. And as well, just to let you know one more time, we are always open to your support. So in chat, you can see the link of how you can support our work in preventing children from being sexually abused and exploited and from being forced by Russia to commit different kind of crimes. Irina, floor is yours.
So the findings we have just shared paint a clear picture that Ukrainian digital landscape present both unprecedented opportunities and serious challenges for our children and adults. But research without action is just a documentation of problem. And I would like also to share how we are translating these insights into concrete, measurable changes.
Just a moment, Irina. It's an alarm in Kiev. So just to be sure that everybody in safety places, we have recordings. So in case you need to move somewhere, please do it right now. Irina, do you need 2 minutes to move somewhere or you
No,
already?
I'm all right.
Okay, so floor is yours.
Yes, so based on what we have learned, we have developed a comprehensive 3-year strategy that addresses the gaps of research that we identified. And we are not just studying the problem. With this strategy, we are trying to build a solution for it. And we have 3 main components, as you may see on the screen. The first one of our component in the strategy is empowered users, children, parents, and professionals. The second one is responsible industry, engaging businesses and tech companies. And the last one, accountable governance, strengthening state policy and protecting mechanisms. Within the first one, we are building, our research shows that knowledge gaps leave both children and adults vulnerable. And we aim that every 5th child in Ukraine will feel safe and know exactly how to protect themselves online. And for this reason, we are planning to continue developing our educational materials that address the real risks our research identified. And for example, for this year, we highlighted 3 main topics that we are working with. As we already mentioned, it's prevention of online recruitment of Ukrainian children. It's also digital mental well-being of children. And the last one is AI manipulation. For the further, we're also planning to involve the risks connected with gaming. But we are not stopping only on children. We are also building comprehensive support for them. We already have a lot of mechanism to support victims and survivors. And for example, this year, soon we will present our updated chatbot for children. We are also creating the involvement opportunities, and as well, at the beginning of May, we established Children E-Safety Council that gives young people a real voice in shaping digital safety. And together with children, we are planning to create a lot of projects and bringing their perspective more into what we can do for making their online world more safe. Second element, the responsible industry. In this part, our findings, we are trying to build in Ukraine, firstly, to bring to Ukraine safety by design principles and build the safety by design professional network to work directly with developers and programming teams to build human rights protection into their products from day one. And we are not just asking for the tech industry to do better. We want to show them how they can go through this with direct collaboration, and also not just for the companies, but starting with the early stages at the universities where professionals will already have the knowledge. And the last element that we have is accountable governance. Within this element, we will continue our hard work with the government that we already have established, and we will continue to advocate for the comprehensive state policies for both children and adults, as we are as well looking towards working with the new direction for us is technologically facilitated GBV and also providing support for adults in the online world. It's more for the next year of our work. And we also continue to train more and bring skills to the professionals across different government sectors for social workers, psychologists, judges, law enforcement, and as well to give them the intersectional cooperation. That's all among our priorities for the upcoming years. I thank you everyone for coming. I will give word to Anastasia for some final words.
Thank you so much, Irina. Yeah, today we have a really intense event. We tried to make it short for you because we know that everyone is so busy. So today you know from today's event, you know more about reality of Ukrainian children online, why they are more vulnerable to previously existing risks, what new risks they face as being forced to commit different kind of crimes by Russia, for example. And we really ask you to highlight these new challenges globally, because we really want world to talk more about how our enemy use our children in this war. Now you know more about our renaming and rebranding, and would not surprised why you receive letters from Dignity Online, but not Stop Sexting. And you, of course, have a big data and knowledge and understanding from our research. And now you as well see what we did in the last 5 years. Last month, we conducted the online presentation of 5 years results of the organization. So in case you're interested, we can share with you PDF materials and recording. And now you as well know our plans for the next 3 and 5 years. So I ask for the last time, sorry, in case you have some questions, please write it in the chat so we can answer this. But in case we don't have any questions, I want to thank everyone and our team, first of all, our colleagues in research and agency, in government who support our work. And we can see that the world of online dangers possess many challenges. Our team continues to actively work to protect Ukrainian children from online sexual abuse, as well as the latest risks, forcing children to commit crimes, for example, AI, and the impact of content on mental health of children. We will be thankful for your support and cooperation in various areas that we mentioned today. And thank you all for taking part in our event. Thank for all our partners, team, and of course you participants. So we will be so happy to stay in touch. Please share this data and knowledge on your social media and mention our organization, and share this data with your colleagues and your partners. And thank you everyone for supporting Ukraine, because without your support, we will not be stand for so long. So thank you every one of you to supporting Ukrainian children and to supporting Ukrainian nation in independence. So that's all. It looks like we have a lot of gratitude, but no question. So Irina and team, we was good enough to answer all questions during the event. So thank you so much, dear colleagues. We will be so happy to stay in touch and have a good and safe evening or morning. It depends where you are. Thank you. Bye-bye.